Damn. Let me tell you what I was thinking. Here, let's mute it. Let me tell you what I was thinking. They go, Frank Martin manager. I meant promoter, Errol Spence. Not her. Let me mute it. Let me tell you what I was thinking. So his last fight when I covered him, and I forgot who he fought, man, and I covered the fight. Fucking memory, man. Jackson Miranez, the guy who had beat, a lot of people thought had beat Rolly Romero. Dude's got the goods. However, see, here's the thing. I don't want to seem like a whore because I got to give him his props, but also I got to critique. You see what I'm saying? Like, dude is the goods. I'm not ready, however, to say he's a special fighter just yet, but he's there. I don't know. That uppercut, let me tell you something. I felt, oh, look at the punch stats. Pause it if you have to. Here, let me turn this up. I want to hear this.
And with a dramatic edge in total number of punches landed. We said neither man was going to be a monstrous volume puncher. They weren't, but Martin making the most of the punches that he did
Martin,
land.
174.
We'll move inside the ropes. See this fight in microcosm.
So I don't want to bullshit around too much. This when he got dropped. Oh, that was just one of the left hands. One thing he kept doing is Michel Rivera. He kept leaning into the same punch, that left hand. And Derrick James, the trainer, undisputed trainer of the year, by the way, was telling Frank Martin to throw the uppercut. And you can tell that if he incorporates that uppercut, you know, into his game, I'm talking about like consistently and effectively, he's going to be putting dudes to sleep because he hit Michel Rivera with one later on in the fight. I believe it was around round 10 or so, where damn near took his head off. By the way, his Ali throw is fucked up. That fucking Ali feed, that thing is all over the place. I think it's time to cut it. I think that when you lose like that, you need to cut that shit. I'm TstreeT Controversy with Fight View 360. Likely my last post-fight video of the year for boxing, and then we're going to do a yearly wrap-up stream. But Frank Martin, 135-pound contender. Devin Haney over at Top Rank is undisputed right now. The other top guys are Lomachenko, Tank Davis, of course, who's going to be fighting Hector Garcia January the 7th on Showtime pay-per-view. And I think that this was the perfect, it would have been the icing, you know, and the topping on the cake if he would have got the stoppage, meaning, look at that fro. That joint is fucked. Damn. Chick on Twitter said he looked like fucking Ali, Will Smith Ali, all puffy in the face. But we're going to listen to the cards because after about round 4, it stopped being competitive. You know, let's turn it up. Take your time out. Like the video.
Decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Dave Moretti scores the bout 117 to 110. Steve Weisfeld sees it 118 to 109. And Tim Cheatham scores the action 120 to 107. All three in favor of the winner of this WBA lightweight world title eliminator and still undefeated, Frank the Gold Martin.
Damn, you see how that woman swooped in to give him that fucking medal? She came in quick as shit.
As a professional, Abner, nothing to pick apart for Frank Martin.
And not just any loss for Rivera. I mean, he got worked in that fight. I mean, let's see how he recovers. Either it makes him stronger or it breaks him.
Great effort by Frank Martin, and Mauro Ranallo. We'll talk to him now. Mauro?
All right, thank you very much, Al. And for everyone in attendance tonight, let's hear it for both these young guns willing to put their O's on the line, showcasing their wares. And for Frank Martin, my man, you've just entered your prime.
I'll be back. I'm going to smoke a little pot.
Next year in January. And tonight, you comprehensively outclassed a fellow undefeated fighter, both ranked in the top 10 at 135 pounds. How do you feel about your performance tonight, and why did you make it look so easy?
That's just what I do. But nah, I felt good tonight. It was some things that I seen in there that I didn't capitalize off, like certain opportunities. But you know, we went in there and got the job done. and we got the W.
Talk about the relationship you have with Derek James throughout the night in between rounds, giving you incredible instruction and not only giving you the right instructions, but you were able to then carry out those instructions. And what you've been able to accomplish now in Dallas under the tutelage of unified welterweight champion Errol Spence Jr. with Man Down Promotions. I guess it's true what they say, iron sharpens iron.
That's right. Well, in the corner, Derek was just telling me to, stay on the outside, work the game plan, look out for the right hand, because that was the main shot he was trying to land. So look out for that right hand, use my legs. Could have did it a lot more, but what we did tonight, it worked for us. But, it's a lot of room for improvement for us to get better, and we're going to keep working.
Want to take you back to round 7 when you became just the second fighter to knock down Rivera. So take a look and take us through this replay, Frank.
Hey, that's right there. Protect yourself at all times. Like we say, we believe in man down. He got caught slipping, He went down.
Why did you agree to take a fight of this magnitude so early in your career where many young fighters will take those soft touches, build the resume, and even maybe secure a trinket before looking for the bigger fights? You were willing to put it all on the line tonight. Why?
I just believe in myself. I believe in myself. I believe in my team. We know we doing outside of the gym. I mean, when we in the gym, we working consistently. Outside of the gym, I'm doing my own work. So we believed in it, and we just believe that we ready for any of the top fighters. So, give them to us. Let us get them. We ready to eat.
How important is it for you to be in the gym with the unified welterweight champion Errol Spence Jr. and the first undisputed 154-pound champion in Jermell Charlo?
It's a blessing, they keep me going.
Merrill hair is distracting as fuck.
Looking at Errol, looking at some of the things and the shots that he throw in the bag when he's sparring. I'm always asking questions. I'm always looking to get better. So having them around me and just seeing them, champions on top, I'm getting them a game from them.
I thought he was bald.
You passed the biggest test of your career with flying colors. It's an embarrassment of riches in the lightweight division. I know you want to celebrate this win and enjoy it, but any talk of what you want to do next? Can you shed some light on who you want to call out next?
Give them all. We want them all. We want them all. We can get Gervonta Davis. We can get Devin Haney. We can get any of those top guys. We ready. I see Rolly in here. Rolly, my guy. We can get it in too. Let's make it happen, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, a sublime performance tonight for Frank the Ghost Martin. Congratulations, Frank. Happy holidays. Back down to you at ringside.
All right, listen, we need more fights like this, especially in the States. Like what they call in the UK domestic level clashes, guys that fight before they go on the world titles. We used to get that a lot back in the day, not so much anymore, where promoters, managers, by the way, cards were 120, 107, 117, 110, 118, 109. We don't get enough of this, where guys are fighting to weed each other out. Instead, you would get Frank Martin and Michel Rivera circling each other for years, that one of them gets the title and then they fight. And then sometimes that may not even happen because they may try to build up to be bigger than what the fight will really actually ever be. You see what I'm saying? Kind of like Spence and Crawford. That fight is never going to be a million pay-per-view buy fight. It's not. It's just not there, not in this landscape of streaming and all that. And at least Errol Spence and Crawford seem to understand that, according to the phone call that Spence and Crawford had, according to Crawford. And I'm ashamed that Errol Spence, if this is true, is out there fucking streaming fights through Fire Sticks. You're a fucking millionaire, man. But I guess, whatever, man. It is what it is. But it's like, y'all talking about Fire Sticks in y'all boxes, but we need shit like this. Now, me personally, I think the Rolly fight is the way to go. But Rolly's got some mic skills, and Rolly is right now forever. And it's looking like he is Mayweather Promotions' #1 fighter. So will they try to pay-per-view him and really, really push him, Because they may not want him to go in there against a Frank Martin, because he might lose. I think Frank Martin beats Rolly. Rolly good, don't get me wrong. He get a lot of disrespect, but he's good. He's got some power and he's huge. So the question is, if it's not Rolly, who next? Remember, you got Isaac Cruz out there, but they're saving him likely, and I'm guessing, I'm not saying I'm guessing. It's safe to say they're building all these guys up for Tank. Isaac Cruz rematch. He's fighting Hector Garcia, who beat Roger Gutierrez, meaning Hector Garcia had beat Chris Colbert in an upset. So they're saving Frank Martin for him possibly. You know, then you got Rolly out there. We're talking about the guys in the PBC stable. And Tank is supposed to be fighting Hector Garcia in January. And then him and Ryan Garcia, who opted recently not to take an interim bout against a rumored Macedo Gesta, they're supposed to be fighting in April. And I'm guessing Tank is probably going to fight the winner, maybe, depending on what the landscape is looking like. It's too soon to say, because Devin Haney right now, he may be fighting Lomachenko. You know, it's too soon to say who Tank may be fighting if he beats Ryan Garcia, or if there's a rematch clause. We don't know. But it's clear that they're fast tracking Frank Martin to that spot. But anyway, let me get up out of here. Thanks for watching. I'm TstreeT Controversy with 5U 360. Please subscribe. Good solid card. By the way, quick recaps. I'm also glad that Vladimir Shishkin had defeated Jose Uzcategui. I never viewed Jose Uzcategui as being a boogeyman. He lost to Matvey Korobov. What was that, back in 2018 or so? I mean, not 2018, 2014 or so. Then went on to beat a over-the-hill, broken, damaged fighter, in my opinion, Andre Durrell. And then all of a sudden, he was a boogeyman, loses to Caleb Plant. You know, and he was a boogeyman, you know, failed the drug test. His trainer left him. Like, he was never a boogeyman to me. Vincent Astrolabio, I forgot how to pronounce his name, beat a Nikolai Potapov, who had beat, Astrolabio, had beat, here's a highlight. He had beat Rigondeaux earlier this year in a card that I covered from Dubai. Later on, not too long after that, Rigondeaux, poor guy, had a fucking pressure cooker blow up in his face. You know, and he had all this scarring and shit. So I'm hoping he's okay, but he's pretty much done. And another thing, Bakram Murtazaliev is eating off of step-aside money. He's still fighting in dark matches on Showtime cards, not even being mentioned or having any highlights shown. And he was supposed to be the mandatory for Charlo, but got screwed over by the WBO because Tim Tszyu's name means more. You got to look into it. Me and my colleague did a video on it, and it's something fishy going on there. And unless he's getting super major promises and step aside money, then he's fighting in dark matches. It's not helping his career, but I don't know. You know, we're going to leave that alone. He can't even get on prelims. But overall, solid card. I'm going to rate it for a glorified PBC Showtime Showbox card. I'm going to rate it a B, not a B minus, not a B plus, a B. Because I was looking forward to it, and I've been kind of jaded with boxing ever since Spence versus Crawford fell apart. But overall, you know, I enjoyed this. Look how quick she swooped in for that fucking medal. Follow me on Twitter, TstreeT Controversy. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.